directly.
We are live. We should be live.
Oh man,
Phil just tweeted.
I heard.
We should be off.
It's crazy. It's crazy how on top of this he is.
Yeah.
He's just constantly on the page looking to see it go live. You know.
It's what he spends literally all his time. No, actually, no. I think he's outsourced it to Sammy now.
Yeah, so he's just got he's probably doing it like 5 or 6 hours a day, but Sammy's got the rest of the day locked down.
Sammy gets 5% of all stream proceeds, just straight off the top. That's his fee.
Yeah. So, people in the chat, let us know how the audio sounds. We've been fighting over how the audio sounds for the last 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Let us know if it's okay before we kick off. Also,
Jack. I'm going to call something right now. Do you remember that one time when we streamed and everybody said you're... What did?
I hear it, yeah. Yeah, okay. Carry on.
Do you remember that one time that we streamed and people were saying that your mic was popping out like a weird crackly noise?
Yeah.
It's doing that right now.
Yeah,
it's doing
I can hear that
now,
too.
And it wasn't doing that when we were off stream.
No,
so something horrible has happened.
I don't know what's happened. Help. That was a cross between how and help.
It's funny how, as it's progressed, Stream Friends has become less professional.
Yes.
We're a mess.
All three of us have literally just woken up. Chip 6...
Oh, no, I've been up. I've just been,
Chip 6 says mics sound great.
All the driving.
Chip 6 says mics sound great, but maybe turn the game audio down because it's a gun shooty game.
It is a gun shooty game.
But we kind of want it to be a bit loud, I think.
Well, we want to be able to hear the fire crackling when we eventually just set fires to just look at how good it looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm going to put it down just a teeny bit.
I'm getting an ad for an Alienware computer.
Ooh.
But anyway, here we go.
Sounds like it's made by Dell.
My name is Jack Keat. You can find me on Twitter at NotQuiteReal. We are going to play Far Cry 2. Who am I joined by today?
I'm Austin Walker. You can find me at Austin_Walker. Excuse me, Austin_Walker on Twitter, The Calky Tech here on Twitch, and ClockworkWorlds.com.
My name is Keith Carver. You can find me on Twitter at Something Dumb. You can find the Let's Plays that I do at YouTube.com/RunButton or RunButton.net, and also Twitch.tv/RunButton.
You just got all the places.
Yeah.
Far Cry 2,
I'm super good at listing websites.
Far Cry 2, I think, is a game that we all rather like. I think that's safe to say.
It's one of my favorite games. I have a lot of problems with it, but it's one of my favorite games.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's really good.
Definitely, in my opinion, the best in the series.
It's kind of like the KOTOR 2 of video games.
It is, but I think the problems with this are maybe more severe than the problems with KOTOR 2.
My problems with this are more severe than my problems with KOTOR 2.
And also, this can't be the blank of 2 video games of KOTOR 2. I don't.
Why's
think.
that? I don't. Why?
I think. Oh my God! Is KOTOR 2 not a game?
No, it's not. No. Nope.
Oh my God!
I read it on the internet. It's not a real game.
Okay. Who's gonna read for the mercenary? In the menus once we get started. Keith or Austin?
I think the text is too small for us to read.
I can probably read it. Let's see.
Okay, here we go.
Also, a little bit. Okay.
I'm assuming we want normal difficulty because this game is hard.
Yeah, let's just do normal.
Do you want to try Infamous? Because that might be.
I've played hardcore and that's fun, but
I've played
tough.
hardcore. I
haven't played this game for a while. We can bump the difficulty up, right?
I'm like, why is nobody talking in the chat? Because I'm on the Run Button channel. I do that all the time.
Oh my God! Yeah, people are talking a lot.
I can't see.
Jim Bob says that KOTOR 2 is a Star Wars.
I can't see anybody talking because my Twitch dashboard is broken. So I'm just going to refresh the page.
Okay. So the problem with one of us doing the voices is that we don't know what character we're playing as quite yet.
Oh, I think you get the voice. You get the first monologue before you pick the character. Maybe I'm not sure.
I know.
We'll see.
That's my problem.
Should we go normal or hardcore? Make a decision.
Let's do normal. Let's just do normal.
Sure, so yeah. Because we're gonna normal and talking is the same as hardcore.
Right.
So our options are Marty Elenkar, a 28-year-old nationalized U.S. Brazilian who work for the USMC Force Protection Southcom Advisory Group Peru. Warren Clyde, US. I guess he's sort of like a private security man.
Private security, also Native American, which is of First Nations descent, which is nice. You cannot play as a white American dude in this game.
That's really nice. Vorpalfem says infamous difficulty really makes the game electrifying. I think the game's electrifying anyway.
That was a joke. That was a joke about Infamous. That was an infamous joke. Electrifying. That's why it came part and parcel with an apology.
Vorpalfem. What? No. Okay, next. Josip Idrameno, a 48-year-old Kosovo Albanian paratrooper.
Retired.
Paul Ferenc, a nationalized Israeli retired IDF contraband smuggler.
Yep.
Karbani Singh, a Mauritian police instructor, rail security officer, counter-piracy officer, security coordinator, Darfur. He's 45.
I like that he's also just assistant superintendent, SMF. I'm sure it's some sort of military thing, but it's a hell of a bureaucratic name.
Yeah, no, he worked at like a registry office for some time or something.
Right.
Andre, I want to say Hippolyte or Hippolyte? Haitian,
Hippolyte is how I always say it.
Haitian paramilitary. Hakim Echebe, an Algerian real estate broker. He's
Wait,
5.
is that...
Yeah, I'm not messing with you, Austin.
Oh yeah, there it is, real estate broker. In the United Arab Emirates, in fact, which, you know...
Frank Builders, a Northern Irish provisional IRA, loan shark, inmate at the maze, police informant, contraband smuggler, Morocco, Yemen, Kenya.
Is the maze a real place?
Possibly. I don't know. I'm sure somebody in the chat will. Jianyong Bai.
Everything else is real. All these people are real people, right?
These are all real people.
What's video games?
A Chinese contraband smuggler, informant, FIA, ISI, stop-loss consultant, Cameroon, Zambia. Those are our options. So we got Jianyong Bai, Frank Builders, Hakim Echebe, Andre Hippolyte, Karbani Singh, Paul Ferenc, Josip Idrameno, Warren Clyde, Marty Elankar.
I've only
like that paratrooper.
Which was the paratrooper? Is that the
Joseph.
like the 50-year-old dude?
Yeah.
All right. I've only ever played as Karbani
Singh.
Karbani Singh, Andre Hippolyte, and Hakim Akechi. Those are like my go-to dudes. But I do whatever. I
think KF Trendy.
This choice doesn't matter so much at all.
No. KF Trendy says the maze is actually a real prison. Thank you. I'm leaning towards Karbani here because I know that Virender talks about him a lot on Twitter. I think
we can do that.
Cool to play.
Yeah, sure.
Austin?
You know, the two important things for me about this character selection are that one, there is no white American superhero dude here, right?
Mm-hmm. There's no
and two,
Jason Brody.
You can't be local. You also have to be exterior to the conflict. There are no people from the African continent at all, let alone from the fictional country that this takes place in. And I guess third, your race does not come into play, even if you're one of the characters of color that's never represented in any way in the game outside of aesthetically. Like, no one recognizes that. If you're Andre, no one thinks that you might be from this country before they talk to you or something.
So, the other thing, there are no options to play as women in this in this thing, which saddens me because one of my most memorable and favorite characters in the game is Flora Gillen, who is a possible. So this.
But there are cool women in this character. Yeah.
In this character, in this game.
In this game, there are cool women. I said in this game. Did that not come through?
You said in this character. You said there's cool women in this character.
I just wrote.
No. I'm not. Listen, I didn't want to drag it out.
Each of us is a multitude. All right. Apparently my voice is crackly. I don't know.
I'm getting some weird crackles going on, but they only kicked off once we actually started the stream. It's very strange.
I am having some Snap, Crackle, and Pop breakfast cereal right now, and I'm eating it in front of the mic.
That could be it.
And when I'm not eating it, I'm holding it in front of the mic.
So one of the cool things about the way this game's buddy system works is that it populates the buddies from the other mercenaries who you didn't choose. And so it kind of saddens me that Flora isn't a possible mercenary choice in that regard. That said, though, I am really looking forward to meeting Flora. I really hope we meet Flora in this game, because she was one of the highlights of my previous playthrough.
I think there's at least one other woman that you can become pals with. I think. Maybe I'm just wrong.
Oh no,
but I was pretty sure.
Flora was involved in my single favorite mission in the game that kind of comes to sum up this game that I don't want to talk about in case we actually manage to see it. Obviously not in this session, but it's pretty cool. Okay, here we go.
Hey, sir.
So yeah, there are more for sure. I just checked.
So you're going to a hotel in Pala? Yeah, another place. It's lucky for you. Pala has only one hotel still working.
I remember this opening as being very impressive to me at the time. Oh jeez, I've just got to turn down mouse sensitivity. Sorry, the mouse sensitivity was defaulted for a mouse rather than a controller.
Oh, okay.
I can't actually look around.
I haven't played this game in so long.
I haven't played the beginning.
I forgot about this opening. I remember what happens, but I forgot all about it.
I can't actually remember. No, go on. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I can. No, I can remember like the outcome of the ending here, but I can't remember actually how it happened. I've never completed this.
Only minor connections can get you out.
I feel like that happens a lot for me in open world games.
Sure.
It still feels a bit sensitive. I'm sorry. I just want to get this right before.
It's also super loud, but that might just be for me and Keith. I haven't listened to.
It's pretty loud. It seems like the sound effects are drowning out the voices. The voices seem fine. It's just like everything else.
Everything else is really loud, and yeah, I couldn't hear you speaking over that plane that was flying by.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. Stream of Dreams says game is loud. Okay, I will.
Hey, John. Or grab a Jerry.
I'll just turn it down in the mix.
Wait. Did you say Grandpa Jerry?
Yeah, that's his partner Nick's other username is Grandpa Jerry.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And I don't know which one that is. Because I know that John has John, and I know that Grandpa Jerry has Grandpa Jerry, so I don't know who the fuck Stream of Dreams is.
How does that sound?
Much better.
Yeah, much better.
Bloody idiot. Nobody follows the rules anymore.
I think this was the first game I played that had a kind of tram ride opening. I never played Half-Life 1.
Okay.
I told him that gone, but they don't believe me. Everyone thinks the big
I'm trying to think. This might have also Morrowind. No, didn't have that. No.
Hi, Allie.
Morrowind's a great opening, but
yeah, you're on the ship, right?
Yeah.
You talk
like,
about
you're not a prisoner anymore.
God, I cannot wait for Skywind to be released.
Oh man, I am so done beating the Morrowind is the best drum and not having played that game in forever.
Yeah.
So I want to play it and either be super impressed and then be able to like point to something, or be able to finally go like, oh no, I guess it's not the best.
I'm really excited to start playing this game. I'm really I'm looking at the landscapes and I can't wait to start inhabiting these landscapes properly. So this is one of the no, go on.
Go ahead.
This is one of the few games that I feel a very direct connection to the level design with, in that in my memory certain road layouts and things around Pala and places like that are ingrained.
Yeah, I can
very firmly.
Are what?
Are ingrained very firmly, more than something.
I can tell you, there's that bump right before you reach Mike's bar where you jump off into the little totally. By the end of the last time I played it, I almost always used the bus routes a lot. So I don't think I had as much of a closeness with some of the lanes that connected the central to the kind of peripheral bus stations, because I would mostly teleport. to the bus stations, and then...
Yeah. I used the bus stations only when I had to travel very long distances, because for me a lot of the game was about sneaking past outposts. I almost never clear outposts because they just respawn, but I do try and sneak past them.
That's that ended up just getting under my nerves in terms of just like, I need to beat this game, otherwise I'll just... By the time I got to the second map, I had to keep playing this game, and I couldn't spend that much time traversing these spaces.
I don't know if we're going to finish this game at all. I think this is going to be a lot of interesting space traversal and weird cocking up of levels and things. Ali in the chat says, hey everyone, we're looking for, and then some hearts, Stream Friends mods. Email me at ali@streamfriends.tv if you're interested, and if you're already modded in chat, please send that email with your Twitch name. Just thought I'd, signal boost that in the actual stream.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you're watching this on YouTube or something, and it's been 6 years,
don't even bother.
I mean, in 6 years, maybe we'll have a mod army that can...
That can crush you for asking to be a mod.
Right, right.
In 6 years, we'll obviously have a 1,000-person mod army, and we won't need you, and you'll be crushed by us. We're gonna crush you.
Right, I'll have transformed Stream Friends into a radical militia that thinks reform is not the answer, and that we need to completely overthrow the status quo to establish any sort of meaningful change.
Reform is not the answer. Oh god, it's a convoy. Do you remember the convoy missions?
Yeah, I love those. Are some of my favorite. I was hoping we would do one of those. Those are like the things to do right away.
Yeah, we don't want to exhaust them all, but it'd be good. We need to pick up some of those explosives. The explosions in this game are fantastic.
And we need to start doing that so we can get the weapons we want from the weapon dealers. Because that's how that works. You have to do the convoys to unlock things like the rad dart gun.
The dart gun is my weapon choice.
I love dart guns.
Yeah,
Every game, dart gun.
This is a really interesting opening to me, in that it starts out essentially as you're coming away, and you've got the relatively idyllic, like, oh, there are the cows in the way, and the man's saying like, oh, the country's in trouble, but it's the last plane out of here, and it's all a bit kind of cutesy, and then suddenly as the journey continues, it starts to get less and less cutesy until the end of the... now
it also does malaria. A thing that's like, that's it for civilians. You'll only ever see civilians. You'll never see civilians in open spaces again. You'll only ever see them in rooms, hiding away. They're never in the world.
To an extent?
No, that's it.
No, I was going to say, to an extent, one of the things I love about the game is how hostile it feels as an environment, in a way that's sort of something like Stalker does, but Stalker populates the environment with friends as well.
Right. It's one of the things I think Stalker does a little bit better than this. Again, this is one of my favorite games of all time, but I think that was a... when I say I think that, I mean this is a thing that they've said at GDC talks. That was a choice that they made to not have to deal with the difficulty of having civilians in a wartime environment. Yeah. In a wartime environment where there aren't clear good and bad sides, and that was a strategic choice, not a philosophical or design choice, or it was a design pragmatic choice, not one they would necessarily stand behind with infinite time, let's say.
And look who it is. If I remember rightly, this is who I think it is, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I feel bad about how little time I put into Stalker. I mean, like 12 hours, but still.
Yeah, me too. So much of my interest in seeing this with you guys is to work through what Far Cry is as a series and how it changed between 2 and 3, and how we hope 4 will turn out.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Jackal is problematic in his own right, especially by the end game, but is not a caricature of mental illness like so many of the villains in 3 were.
Right, and so as well, I mean, it's interesting that when Voss arrives,
recall it's not just Voss, it's also the guy who kidnaps your friends.
Oh yeah, no, totally.
It's a recurring...
I was just more going to give like the specific example of the moment Voss arrives. Voss is already essentially a pantomime villain.
Right.
He's an incredibly lurid pantomime villain. Whereas here, the Jackal is being intimidating, and he's being... it's clear that he's making a performance, but He essentially just delivers a monologue to the camera about like, "Hey, don't kill me. I know you're trying to kill me. Don't do that," and then leaves.
Right. He throws that Nietzsche quote in at the end because, of course, he does.
Oh god, this opening, this bit of the opening does not serve the game at all well. Oh, you love it?
No, see, I love it. I love this bit of the opening because it's a mess. It's just a.
No.
It's just a. Okay, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Why are there people shooting at each other?
Me,
Why are they shooting at me?
That's the entire game, Austin. Also, can we please note I'm playing this with a controller? It's telling me press W or S.
Listen, I'm surprised this has native controller support in a lot of ways. You know, this came out in 2007 or 2008. This came out in 2007 because it came out the same year that Call of Duty Modern Warfare came out, COD 4.
Oh my god! Same year? That was a pretty good year
absolutely.
for first-person
This is like the heart of my. I need
man, think of how many Far Cry games and how many Call of Duty games have come out between now and then.
But like, and that's the thing is, a lot of COD 4. Oh man,
How you doing?
every time I see this game, I wrote like I have like 3,000 words about this game in relation to things like Call of Duty and the Western understanding of Africa, and coherency and stuff. And the basic thesis is
really
that
pick up a gun.
this game is very coherent in terms of how it presents a place called Africa to Western gamers, which you'll see in responses about how hostile Africa is and how it captures all of the natural exotic beauty of the place and all of the but it's also so dangerous and it's so hostile and it's so like confusing and everyone's different languages and I hate being there, but I think it's beautiful.
So like,
as a it's incoherent.
Jack, Austin, there's no way I'm not going to be able to bring up a thing in a minute, and I'm so mad that I'm going to have to bring it up, but I want you to keep talking before I do it.
But as a game, I think it was largely incoherent to players who were looking for something to do, which it streamlined so much for a shooter.
Whoa, people take a lot of time to do that.
Yeah, Austin, you're totally breaking up for me in terms of hearing you at all.
I can hear it.
Oh, okay. Huh.
But like, this game's presentation. Oh god, no ammo. How do I switch weapons? How do I switch weapons?
Why?
No, not that.
Yep.
It's
Oh, you not have a pistol yet?
It's on my D-pad.
Oh, it's
there
the
we are.
D-pad. It's the D-pad. Right.
Oh, right, yeah.
God damn it. Is my connection real bad right now? Yeah, it is.
There's a weird sort of Oh god damn it. Oh.
This is a really big fight for like the first fight you have.
Yep.
Right. That's the whole thing. It's not a fight you can really win.
And then malaria hits.
Yeah.
What's the only way to get out of that? You can also flee.
You can also what?
Flee. Run away.
Try to leave the city, and at a certain point, your legs give out, and you give them the malaria.
I'm just gonna turn the in-game audio down just a little bit once this sequence finishes.
And it determines where you die is how it determines who your buddy is.
Oh really?
You mean if you die in the city or out of the city?
No, which bridge you're closest to, which side of the city you're closest to,
That's
or have
so
left
cool.
through.
Whereas I
North,
just got
south,
out of
east,
the
or
door
yeah.
of the hotel. Let's see who we get.
Right. I mean, it'll be a little while before we see that still. Because you have to go rescue them.
Yeah.
Yeah, just gonna turn the game down just a bit. Just a warning, the healing animations in this game are pretty phenomenally gross. So if that's not something that you're particularly fond of. I mean, as it stands, I can't work out how to do it because I don't remember the.
Oh, you just gotta press H.
It's
I
think it's
would
hold down B, maybe. No,
Nope.
it's holding down a button.
trying down
It's
the-
one of the buttons.
I'm trying down the bumpers here.
No, I think
yeah,
it's a face
left
button.
bumper. Left bumper.
Is it? Okay. Oh, so right, tapping it is a surret then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Carbonell.
Okay.
You're just a problem right now.
Just a problem right now, apparently.
Some of my guys killed at the hotel, you know that? So I think you work for me now. I've got a few errands for you, errand boy. Get on out here. Get yourself kitted up. There's ammo and meds for you.
Find the blue case on the shelf and press... Okay, save and continue. Man, this UI is really of its time, this little hand icon.
I love this UI. Yeah, not the hand stuff so much, but just the
map and everything.
I love how much of the UI is in world. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's my favorite bit about the game.
I think it's the heal. I think you're supposed to go get... Yeah, there you go.
Okay, now I use one syrup. Oh, yes, I know, thank you. It's useless to me. Okay, right. And once the box has been opened, you can't top up again.
Right.
You can't just keep going back to the, like, heal, back to the box, heal, back to the box.
Right.
Alright, what's up, man? Can I, I'll take
the
stuff?
Yeah, get those weapons.
Yes, yep, cool. Thanks. Yeah, great, cool.
Alright,
Thank you.
listen up, Slick. The shit really hit the fan back in town. There was supposed to be a ceasefire, but that's all out the window now. I work for a guy named Gakumba, local boss for the United Front. I've got all my decent guys out in the field trying to keep the APR from making a land grab. So that just leaves you to take care of the monkey work. First thing, I need to get that piece of shit cool bug sign back on the road. You look like a vocational school dropout. Go out there and see if you can get the engine running.
Oi!
Try not to get distracted between the doors. You look like you're gonna drop that any second.
Azure Angel 17 says, there's a lovely animation where he fixes a broken arm that makes me gag every time. Yeah. I am not the sort of person who likes gore stuff in games, but I really love the healing animations in this. It is, Andy Clare describes them as visceral, and like this is one of those games where the word visceral should be allowed to be used. Despite the fact that normally people kind of have burned that word into uselessness, you know, have killed that word.
It was definitely like a catchphrase word for describing something that someone liked for video games for like 3 years or longer.
Yeah. Jack is showing off the different map scales here.
Yeah, so here we have the... I'm going to assume that there are some people in the game who haven't played the game before. This is the map. And this is the zoom... Oh, no, this is the map. No, here we go. This is the map. This is the sector map, the slightly more zoomed in map showing the places, the amount of combat diamonds that are left to find in this area. The...
Wait. Does it... Wait, you said it... Oh, I've never seen that number there, ever in my life. Up in the top left, it says 13.
Yeah. We learn things on Stream Friends.
Wow.
We're teachers.
I wish I'd known.
We're teachers, we're students.
And then you can see the little tent icons are checkpoints. The only places, well, the very few places in the game that you can save. The little martini glass is...
Or like safe houses.
Yeah,
safe houses, right?
Is the bar.
Yeah.
These little red cross boxes are houses that are owned by Switzerland. And this gun thing here is where you can get guns from.
You should hustle, because this can go bad if you don't. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you don't
I think you can just get malaria again, right?
You can get malaria and die. Or have to reload, basically.
Because
you haven't...
Okay, I got it.
Because you haven't met the malaria people yet.
Yeah.
The malaria drugs people.
So
this is, I think... And this is an unpopular opinion, I think, in terms of I don't think that you guys will disagree, but I think that a lot of people that play this game will. I love the driving in this game; it's so good.
I love the driving in this game.
I love it so much.
So many people hate it. They hate it.
Really, I know how to do the map tutorial. Give me the malaria man. Yep. Cool. Thank you. Right in the cut. No.
Oh, Jack.
Here we go. Right in the cut. No. Do I have to go back and see the man? Don't do this to me. What do I need to do?
I don't think you have to see the man
back
again.
In the car. When the phone rings, press 5 to answer it. Oh.
I wonder what that means.
X.
The APR's got a forward position half a click south of here. If something bad happened to the shitheads manning that post, no one would ever know. Go take them out.
Okay, so we got to take out the outpost. I'm going to pause it so I can say this. Just to get this out of the way, I know that it's a very unpopular element of the game design, along with the respawning outposts, but I love the malaria aspect in this game.
Same.
People have and weapon jamming. People have described it as being bothersome and frustrating, and that is the exact reason why I like it. Because
I'm of the opinion that I wish more weapons jammed. Like, once you get good weapons in the game from the arms dealer, they don't jam anymore, and I understand that that's an important part of, like, oh, look, I've gotten better at this game, and I'm progressing. I wish even those jammed. That's how much I like the malaria and the weapons jam, and the fires, you know, kind of backfiring on you, and, like, all of that stuff. Again, like, that's the thing about this game for me, was it was a game that went out of its way to make me feel like I wasn't super heroic, unlike every other first-person shooter in the world. You know,
I don't know how to use the map in the car, and I can't.
Well, you can just follow the red sign.
GPS,
right?
And
no,
you can, yeah.
But later on, using the map in the car becomes more of a deal. I seem to remember.